Hey there, this is CJ Geltner, and today we're over at the Odeon Saloon visiting with Justin McIntosh, and we are going to talk about the cottage food permit / licensing. And so go ahead and tell us a little bit about it, Justin.
So the cottage food license is a much simpler process to go through to be able to sell things that you make at home without having to be a restaurateur or have a food truck or anything along those lines. It still goes through your local health department. So in Lyon County, it runs through the state health department. And it requires you registering with them, but there is no inspection included. So no one's going to come look at your kitchen. The big caveat is that it's pretty limited on what all you can make and sell.
Yeah.
So you still need your business license. That's important. And that's at silverflume.gov.
And that's the state business license.
That's the state business license. You'll also need your county licensing for whatever counties you want to sell in, and sometimes the cities. So that gets much more complex. I tend to refer people directly to the cottage food licensing program with their local health department. Department of Public and Behavioral Health is your access. So Nevada DPBH is what you're looking for online. You can Google that and cottage, and it will pop right up for you.
Okay, so I have seen on Facebook quite a few times folks wanting to sell trays of enchiladas and finger sandwiches and all kinds of stuff. And what's the real rule about that for a cottage food permit?
Cottage food permit requires everything to be shelf stable. So if there's anything that you see being sold online that includes dairy, it's typically no-no. Anything that requires to be sold hot is a no-no. You can't do any of that. It's basically limited to baked goods, some canned goods, jams, salsas, pickles, vinegar. Anything that is canned has a very specific ingredient list and recipes that they have to go by. And basically same thing with the cupcakes. You can have your flavors and things like that, but all your baked goods. A lot of my I primarily have bakers. Sourdough is very common right now.
Right.
A lot of people do sourdough.
It's a big thing.
Yeah, we've got a gluten-free baker here in Dayton that is all about getting all the flavors out there, and she's really good since she's already gluten-free and figuring out how to bend the rules on baking with that. She's figuring out how to get a lot more flavor into her foods with the things that are allowed. Because she can't use butter, she can't use dairy, she can't, there's a lot of limitations with what you can do with cottage food. But again, there's a lot you can do with it that we couldn't do prior to this being accessible in the state, which was only about 10 years ago, before it was expanded. So it's pretty impressive at this point. It also allows for popcorns, oils, various candies, and a few other things. So.
Well, that's cool. Now, is there any fee to get your cottage food permit licensing?
Yes. So your initial fee with the Department of Health is going to be about $200. You only have to ever do it one time, though. So it's one and done, and it's good for life. So as opposed to other small licenses you can do at home in Nevada, this one is very reasonable. The startup is rough. They want to make sure you're serious, but you're covered for life once you have it.
Great. Well, thank you so much. And where are you going to point people to if they have additional questions for the cottage food license?
I would recommend talking to your local health department person. Ours here in Dayton is currently Mark Ports. Can you see that?
Let's see. I'm going to move it a little closer. Can you see that with the background light there? All righty, we got it.
You can tell him I sent you, and he'll appreciate it. Nice guy. And again, there's no inspection involved. They just talk to you. The cottage food license requires that all your food be labeled. There needs to be some sort of declaration about allergens that are in the food, like nuts, possible dairy, that sort of thing. Gluten is helpful, but I don't think that's necessary yet. An ingredient list and the location where it was made so that people know that it comes from your location. All cottage food labeling also includes that it comes from an uninspected kitchen, which, believe me, it sounds horrible, but people don't mind one bit. They love buying food fresh from people they know who make it. So, dig in.
Right. All righty. Well, thank you so much, and I guess we'll see you the next time.
Thanks, CJ.
All righty. Bye.